we set an engagement party, we planned it, and at the day of the engagement party, during his toast, he decides to break off the engagement in front of my family and friends and embarrass the heck out of me.
During the party?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let's back up. How long have you been seeing Mr. Cole?
We dated for 5 years, Your Honor.
Oh, 5 years. Okay, that's very serious.
Yes, Your Honor.
At least where I'm from. So you dated for 5 years. He asked you to marry him.
Yeah.
You said yes.
Yeah.
I presume you were excited about this.
I surely was, Your Honor.
Okay. Did y'all have a date set?
Yeah. Yes, we was working on that. It was going to be the end of the year, a December wedding.
So this wedding was really happening. You had a dress and all of this was...
All of it was planned. We was going to get married in Turks and Caicos.
Oh, wow. Destination wedding. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I assume y'all had spent a good bit of money on this?
Yes, ma'am. We knew our family couldn't make it to Turks and Caicos, all of them. Mm-hmm. So we planned the engagement party here, at home in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and was like, since they can't all make it to Turks and Caicos, they can at least join us in Albuquerque and have an intimate setting.
Okay, great. So the expectation was for this engagement party to kind of be like a pseudo reception, because this is where the majority of folks can make.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're at this, you're dressed, I'm sure, in all white as the fiancé. And at what point do you realize he's breaking up with you?
At his toast. In the middle of the toast, he basically says, "I'm done."
Let me get to you, Mr. Cole. That's quite egregious there. That's harsh. Is that how it went down?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you said that real cool, right? Tell me, Mr. Cole, why in the middle of the toast to a woman you had just asked to marry you, you would do such a thing?
Well, Your Honor, she embarrassed me. And so I just thought that it was a perfect place to embarrass her.
So you petty like that?
Just a little bit.
A little bit. I said that's pretty a lot then. What in the world could she have done to you, Mr. Cole, that would be so embarrassing to warrant you embarrassing this woman in front of all y'all's families and friends?
Well, Your Honor, she cheated on me with a high school friend of hers a year before.
Oh, she cheated on you?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did you find this out?
I found this out a month before our engagement party.
Okay, so if I take you at your word, Mr. Cole, and you find out that this woman, you did ask this woman to marry you at some point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you love this woman?
Absolutely.
Do you love her today?
Not that much, no.
Not that much. You heard that, Mr. Bailiff? Not a little bit. Just a little bit of love. Okay. So you loved her. You might still love her, but not that much today. You're not sure. But you loved her enough at one point, Mr. Cole, to ask her to be your wife.
Absolutely.
And make a lifetime commitment.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you found out a month prior to this engagement party, would you agree with her assessment that this was the big to-do because y'all had chosen this destination wedding in the Caribbean? So this was going to be all the friends, all the family, everybody celebrating this union?
Yes, ma'am.
And you thought this would be a perfect time, a month after you've already found out that she betrayed you, allegedly. So a month has passed, and now you are so insistent on embarrassing and hurting her that you do this in the middle of your toast at the party.
Think about this for a second. Does cheating justify what this guy did to his fiancée? No matter what side of cheating that you're on, whether you think it's okay or whether you don't, if you look at your own personal character, so you look at his own personal character, what does his actions say about him as he faces some type of injustice to himself? So his reaction is telling us exactly who he is, and her actions are telling us who she is. So we have her character being exposed to him before the wedding, which I would call a blessing. You can save yourself before you have a mortgage, before you have kids, before all your money's tied in together. You already know what she's like and have the information to make a different decision. Now, does lowering yourself to spite the other person or get back at them, seek revenge, be petty? I'm not going to call this petty. This is definitely revenge and higher than a petty scale, because you're outing somebody, their whole character in front of friends, family, possibly social media, if it was a live event that they were posting about. And you're making it known to people that it's not their business. Now, where does that put him? to me, in the exact same position as her. If he is going to react this way about that and seek revenge on her to this scale, what would happen in their marriage? What little petty, spiteful things would he be doing back to her when he feels wronged? That is telling us there is underlying issues there with his moral compass. To me, from here, they both dodged a bullet. She obviously is cheating on him, so she doesn't love him enough or doesn't respect him enough or isn't getting her needs met. There's something there that is not working. And that should be her first clue that she should not marry him. That should be his clue that he should not marry her. And for her, it is eye-opening to see what he is willing to do back to her. That is very important when you're facing a lifetime together. Let's get back and see what else this case reveals about these two.
Yes, ma'am.
Make it make sense, Mr. Cole, because even if I believe you, you should have calmed down by then, a month later.
Yeah, see, Your Honor, it wasn't my intent to, because, again, like you said, I really did love her. I really care for her.
I think you still love her, but go ahead.
And I really did love her. And, you know, she was sitting at the party acting like Miss Perfect, like nothing going on. And here he is.
Her being a little Miss Perfect. Go ahead.
And here he is, walks in.
Who is he?
Her, the person she cheated on with, her high school friend.
Walks in where? Y'all's party?
Yes, ma'am. Walks in, congratulating her, you know, trying to congratulate me, acting like nothing going on. And again, it wasn't my intent, and I just spoke from the heart, and it just happened.
Okay, so you snapped at that point.
Absolutely.
Should this new information change things? No. To me, this shouldn't make a difference. Why? Because the guy shouldn't have been at the engagement party to begin with, because there shouldn't have been an engagement party to begin with. He is failing on his end to uphold his moral code by not discussing with her the information that was revealed to him about her cheating. It should have been a private conversation that happened when he found out, so that he could decide from there whether he wanted to continue on this path or not just continue with the engagement because he loved her and overlooked it. He should have brought it up. So this shouldn't even be happening. While it may not have been his intent, he did not set himself up for a favorable future. This is why we don't sweep things under the rug. Let's keep going.
Miss Wheeler, tell me that's not true. You did not have the audacity to invite and socialize in this man's face with the man that you cheated on him with.
He was my best friend, Your Honor, from high school. And it only happened one time.
That's where it starts.
What'd you say, Mr. Cole?
That's where it starts. He's my friend.
That's how it
He's
starts.
my brother.
Okay. Well, he makes an interesting point there, Miss Wheeler. Talk to me about this so-called best friend. How did you maintain this best friend relationship while you were in this monogamous, I'm assuming, romantic relationship?
Well, my best friend lives in Atlanta, so it was pretty easy. Like, I'm with him. Like, I'm always with Mr. Cole. Like, I don't understand what the issue was.
Yeah, but are you still kind of this best friend? And I don't mean Miss Wheeler, let's grow up a little bit. Are y'all talking on the phone for hours? Are y'all texting throughout the day? Are you maintaining close emotional contact? Tell the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
but he also was with his clients.
With his who?
His clients. Your
What
Honor.
kind of clients?
He's a personal trainer, and 80% of his clientele are females. And I know for sure he's with one of them.
You know for sure?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, how about that, Mr. Cole? Is there any truth to that?
So I did, in fact, with one of my clients, but this was
okay. So y'all both messy. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Cole.
This is when before we became official, I did indeed have.
It was early in the relationship.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
had a liaison with one of your clients.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's get back to this friend thing, Miss Wheeler. So let me ask you what I asked him. Did you love this man?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you love him today? The court can't hear you, Miss Wheeler.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so y'all really still love each other, and y'all are really letting petty, immature behavior get in the way of what could be a good union and family.
Hold up. We have to stop right there, because what on earth makes this a good union and family? There is nothing about these two that is pointing to the direction of a healthy relationship. Both of them obviously have issues that they need to resolve. Trust is the biggest part of it. And once you lose that, you can't get that back. It is so hard to get that back because it's always going to be in the back of their mind, like, maybe this happened once before, maybe it's happening again. So what is the judge actually speaking to? What is petty about cheating and what is petty about the revenge that he sought to embarrass her publicly in front of her friends and family? How are those tiny things? The bigger issue is lack of respect between both of them and contempt. They call that like the 4 horsemen of a relationship. Like when you hit contempt, like there's no coming back. And he's there. So what is she trying to salvage by having these two continue any type of friendship or relationship? It's just not going to go anywhere good. This breakup is the best thing that could have happened to either one of them. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Let's keep going.
Do you have any evidence for this court to consider, Ms. Wheeler?
Yes, Your Honor. I have the invoice from...
The entire folder?
Yeah,
Okay,
give my bailiff everything,
I
Ms.
have
Wheeler.
the invoice from the party as well as my therapy invoice.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so this is the party planning expense. So the party was a total of $2,500, and you're just asking for your $1,250 back?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that makes sense. And this has already been paid by you?
Yes, Your Honor. I paid the day before.
Okay, so you're looking to be reimbursed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and now talk to me about this therapy. What made you go to therapy?
Your Honor, after he embarrassed me like that, when he could have just talked to me before we even went through all of this, I went through a state of depression. I did not leave the house for a week. I didn't go to work. My friends had to come and help me get out the house.
Let me ask you something, Miss Wheeler. Were you depressed and immobile after you with your best friend?
No, Your Honor, because for that, I was pretty much getting back at him. I did not trust him.
Oh, so it was a little spite going on.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So this is a therapy bill I'm seeing for $250. These are your co-pays, it looks like, for weekly treatment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, yeah, go ahead and get that for her, Mr. Bailiff. Thank you.
Thank you.
I do see that you're very upset and you're emotional, Miss Wheeler, which further lets the court know that you really still love this man. Let me ask you this, Miss Wheeler. Do you regret, in retrospect, knowing everything you know now, do you wish you had not had that indiscretion?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you had to do over again, you would be more reverent of your relationship?
Yes, Your Honor.
How about you, Mr. Cole? If you could do it all again, would you have still that client?
No, I wouldn't have.
Is there something you want to say to this young lady? Look at her. She's in tears over you. Can't hear you, Mr. Cole.
I'm sorry for being with her, but as I said, that was before we became official. And, you know, me being a personal trainer, I can't help that there are women clients.
That's an excuse, Mr. Cole. Are you sorry or are you not sorry?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Okay. Well, how about you, Miss Wheeler? Is there anything you want to say to this man?
I don't want to look at him, Your Honor. Like, after what he did, like, you had a whole month, because we were planning this party, and he kind of went distant. I kept asking him, what's wrong? What's going on? And he like, oh, I'm all right, I'm fine. You had all that time to say something to me, but you wait till my family and my friends are right there, and you decide to embarrass me in front of all of them?
Well, hold on now, Miss Wheeler. Let me get some more answers from Mr. Cole about that. Were you intending to forgive this fiancé before the party?
Absolutely. Because, you know, in the beginning of our relationship, I was not perfect.
Right. So you were willing to go tit for tat. You messed up, she messed up. It was going to be a wash. Until what?
Until I saw them at the party. I saw her acting like nothing going on. And again, him just in my presence, in the vibe.
You felt like he was playing in your face?
Yes, ma'am.
So you were really embarrassed, tell the truth.
Yes.
And so now you made it a goal to embarrass her. Well, Mr. Cole, it looks like it worked. How does it feel? Does it feel good?
It doesn't.
Okay. How about you, Ms. Wheeler? Do you feel like it was of high integrity to not only cheat on your fiance, but then parade the man that you had the infidelity with right in front of his face? Two grown men looking at one another, knowing that one's with you and the other doesn't know about it. Do you think that's fair?
No, Your Honor.
Do you regret that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like to acknowledge apology?
I apologize.
I'm not sure where the judge is going with this. It sounds like she's trying to make them have an adult conversation and have some type of reconciliation. But my big problem is with her attaching the word love to this. I think that when you truly love someone, that there are a series of actions that show that you love someone. I'm not saying we're not human, but I'm saying if you truly loved a person, you would have already set out from the beginning not to cheat on the other person, not to spite the other person, to respect them, to sit down and talk to them and work through issues, not embarrass them. I don't think that he was going to overlook this. He probably had information ahead of time because it's their engagement party of who was going to be attending. So I'm sure he knew that her best friend was coming, especially since he didn't live close. That meant he would have had to fly in, so advanced planning. But as a society, I think we need to get better at identifying what real love looks like. And this is not it. This looks more to me like attachment versus true love. Let's get back.
It wasn't even supposed to happen.
But it did, Ms. Wheeler.
It did.
Okay. So you got to stand in that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do y'all two feel like you could work this out?
I don't think I can come back from that, Your Honor, to be honest.
I believe we can. Just got to start over.
Okay. Okay, you two. Well, listen, I'm not your relationship counselor, but what's that they say, Mr. Bailiff? Pride cometh before the fall.
Absolutely.
That's something for you two to think about. Something else they used to say. You can be right or you can be in love, but I don't think you can be both. That's a little something for y'all to chew on. Okay, before I make my final ruling, what do you say about you having to be responsible for her half of the engagement party, Mr. Cole?
Well, she agreed to pay her half of the engagement party, and I made the first payment, which is when, as soon as I made the first payment, that's when I got the news that she had cheated on me.
Okay, so you paid your half.
Yes, ma'am.
She paid her half, and she's saying because you ruined the party, you should have to reimburse her half. What is your response?
Well, she agreed to pay her half, so why should I have to?
I just told you what her argument is, Mr. Cole. She says that you ruined this big occasion with your outburst in the middle of your toast. You could have done that the month before, to her point. You chose not to do that. You did ruin this party, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. And what do you say about having to pay her therapy bill? I'm sorry, was that an audible? What was that?
I mean, I don't believe I should have to pay that either.
Okay, and why is that? She says she's crying and upset and can't get out of bed. Her friend, you didn't hear her say her friend had to come pull her out of bed, all because she's brokenhearted and embarrassed because of your actions.
Well, Your Honor, when she cheated on me, I was going through the same thing. I had to deal with work. I had to deal with, again, being a personal trainer, taking care of a household, planning this event. And when she cheated on me, I felt the same thing. So what is the difference?
Okay. Your response to that, Ms. Wheeler?
I never embarrassed him or exposed him when he was with his clients.
Okay, maybe not then, but you admitted that you were operating in a state of embarrassment when you brought the man that you cheated with up in his face at his own engagement party, right? That's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, but that's my friend.
Were you embarrassed, Mr. Cole?
Yes.
Okay, so he was embarrassed too, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So do you think that you should have to be responsible for his emotional despair?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you think it's okay what you did, but it's not okay what he did?
I'm not saying that it's okay, but you had ample time to address this. Like, to me, that wasn't a time or a place. Like, I never did anything like that to you. Like, you brought these women in front of me, paraded them in front of me. I never embarrassed you in any type of way. Like, we were in the gym together working out, and you had these women parading in my face. I could have embarrassed you then at your workplace. I didn't do that.
But you chose not to do that. Okay. Did you ever confront him about the other women, Ms. Wheeler?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How did that go?
Basically, he denied it at first.
But eventually?
Eventually, he had to, because the girl approached me at the gym and made it known that she was with him.
What seems fair would be that they both pay their half of the engagement party. He is responsible for ruining and embarrassing her at the engagement party, but she also ruined it for him by cheating on him. So they are both responsible. So having the 50-50 split seems to make sense. I don't think that he should be responsible for her therapy bill. We as adults bear the responsibility of our own emotions and our reactions for ourselves, our history, our childhood, however we handle that. The only way that I could see that justified is if she was completely innocent. Let's find out the verdict.
Ms. Wheeler, I can tell by the emotion in the court today that this one really hurts. The court is convinced that you have indeed suffered great emotional despair. What I'm not convinced of, though, Ms. Wheeler, is that all of that is Mr. Cole's fault. I do believe you have played a contributory role in hurting your own feelings here and your own embarrassment. Now, that said, though, Mr. Cole, I don't think that you're responsible for the depression that caused her to get out of bed, or not, rather, be able to get out of bed and do all the things a productive person could do. So I'm not going to hold you liable for her therapy bill. But that blowing up y'all's engagement party in the middle of a toast because you wanted to be petty as you started talking to the court from your opening statement and confessed, you're going to have to pay for that little petty moment. The court rules that you are going to have to require to pay the $1,250 that was your half of the party to make a complete payment to the plaintiffs. So I'm awarding her $1,250 to reimburse her for the party. You will not be responsible for her therapy bills. That is my ruling.
The judge made a fair ruling, and what I would hope that you would take from this case is learning the 4 horsemen of a relationship. So these are 4 things that would point to the destruction or end of a relationship. The first being criticism. That's attacking your partner's character as opposed to addressing the behavior or the problem. The second, which is the most toxic, and that's what he was showing here, is contempt. Superiority, sarcasm, eye-rolling, mockery, revenge. The easy way to think about that is to think about disgust, when you feel disgust toward another person. The third one is defensiveness. That's refusing responsibility, counterattacking, playing the victim, and finally stonewalling, which looks like an emotional shutdown, withdrawal, silence, walking away mid-conflict. And this is not saying that it's a problem if it happens one time. It's when it becomes a chronic pattern over time, because one of the biggest predictors of a good relationship is being able to repair after conflict. Do you see any of this happening in your current relationships? If so, let me know what you've identified in the comments below and whether you agree with the judge in the case.